Yo, what's up guys, I'm back going to review for you. This time we have this 89 Alexandre Lacazette. Now I know I'm a little bit late on the winter wildcards, but with that being said, I have got a lot of review scale for you now, so there's a little bit of an apology. So on stats, he's 5'9", got the high work rate, he's right footed with the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, which is a really nice upgrade on this card, because these are going to be a really juiced card. Now, on stats then, so the 91 pace, the 86 shooting, the 86 passing, the 88 dribbling, and the 85 physical. So on paper, is a very nice card all around. On preferred positions, you can only put this striker centre forward, which is a little bit unfortunate in my opinion, because I did want like a cam or maybe a bit of a wide, just have a little bit of variety on the card. But with that being said, it's not too much of an issue because you're going to play him striker. I decided to go with the finisher chem style, and I'll explain more on the positive and negative side of things because of that agility and stuff like that. But if you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you after the positives and negatives. Peace. So on to my overall thoughts about this Lacazette card. Now, I'm going to say something, I'm going to spoil it a little bit. This is my favourite winter wild card I've used so far, and generally I actually really enjoyed this card. There's a lot of attributes going with this card, and this is why I'm probably going to need quite a high score. But we'll go through it then. So the 5-star skills is a really nice attribute on this card. Definitely an upgrade from the 4-star skills as normal card. But with that being said, they do come off really clean. He doesn't have the highest of agility stats and so like, but with the finish chem style, this is what I recommend on him. I highly recommend the finisher. I don't think anything else is really anywhere near to this. But with that extra agility and stuff like that, he comes off really nice. Does a really nice like ball roll scoops, elasticos, versatile elasticos, you name it, he can do it. Now the 4-star weak for me is also very solid on this card. Maybe he'll be let down a little bit by the composure at times, and I'll speak more about that on the finishing side of things. But overall, the 4-star weak foot was nearly as good as that right foot, to be fair. Now the pace, this is the pace split I love on FIFA. The high acceleration, low sprint speed. Because normally when you're trying to get a play through and goal, you need them to be bursting past that defender. And obviously the defender might catch you with the low sprint speed, but overall they're not really going to. So that 90 acceleration, is going to burst you through and goal and get you past their fast centre backs and stuff like that. Now the finishing for me, normally what I find with the cards is, even if they've not got high actual finishing stat, if they've got really high shot power, the shots normally tend to go in more, maybe because the keeper can't keep up with this stuff like that. But overall, really deadly in front of goal. Generally, I'm so confident when shooting with him, especially on that right foot. Is an absolute cannon. On the left, mostly was good, but overall, the composure might be a little bit of an issue at times on that left, so you just need to be careful at times. But overall, the attack position was really good. The finishing was really good. The shot power is immense, probably his best attribute in the shooting, in my opinion. Now the passing can be, as you can see, he can even pass the ball quite nicely, which is really, really nice. He's got a 93 short pass, which is incredible on a striker. The vision's also quite good, and the long pass isn't even bad in itself. So generally, he's just got a whole range of Arsenal to do. And that's actually quite weird because he used to play for Arsenal. Anyway, on dribbling then, so he's got the quite low agility in my opinion for this card, but with that +4, it does go up to the 90, so he will be able to do some quite nice skills, especially as he's quite small. Next with me is the balance. Now this is actually what I found was really good about this card. He has high balance and he also has high strength with high aggression, so all of them going together and makes him a really hard card to get off the ball. Even though he's small, it doesn't really matter. The centre backs will still struggle to push him off if you use that L2 correctly. Now the ball draw for me didn't really have any issues with. Generally not bad, not amazing. The only stat I really have a bit of issues with is that composure, and as I've already talked about, it might be a little bit inconsistent. Now again, he's got head, accuracy and jumping on this card. I know he's small, so he's not going to be the most aerial threat, but with that being said, Pender's one of the most annoying cards from corners to defend ever, and he's only like 5'9", but he has got 99 jumping. But with that being said, if you do go against a fullback with this card on a heading aerial battle, he actually has the potential to win it and also get the ball in the back of the net really, really nicely. Now the stamina for me, this is perfectly good enough for a striker in my opinion. You don't really need any more than that. He will last you the full 90 minutes, even with the wrong instructions I would say. But generally speaking, as long as you have him on stay forward, he will be able to burst from goal with that stamina and probably last you the whole game. Now as I've already talked about, the strength and aggression is exceptionally good and just makes him a really hard... Like, when a player has high agility and stuff like that, or high skills and stuff like that, and then has also the strength like an R9, it's really incredibly hard to get off the ball, and this is why I feel like he's one of the better cards I've used. So, onto my overall scores about the card then. Now, first for me is the pace. Now, overall for the pace, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. That pace split is very, very nice, and I do like it, but I can't give it higher than that purely because I feel like I want a little bit higher pace if I'm going to give it more like a 9.5. Now the shooting for me, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Genuinely very, very solid on this card. The composure isn't too much of an issue, but obviously at times you might be let down about it. That's why I can't give it any higher than a 9. Now, the passing for me, as a striker, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Genuinely, you can't really fault that. Like, obviously the free kick accuracy and the crossing, but like you really are still not going to use him as a striker, and if you are, you're really like playing your strikes in the wrong positions in my opinion. But generally that short pass is really good, the vision's really good, the curve's not even bad in itself, and neither is that long pass. Now the dribbling for me, I'm going to give it more like an 8 out of 10. I can't give it higher than that because they are kind of average attributes, and I did want a little bit more agility and a little bit more composure, and that is actually pushing more of a 7.5, but I will give it an 8. Now the physicals for me, I've not really got anything to fault in this. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I would want maybe like a 90 stamina or stuff like that, or maybe a bit more jumping and head actually just making more of a salmon like a Pender and stuff like that. But overall, genuinely really, really nice. So on overall score from that, I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. I really did enjoy this card to be fair, and he's my favourite winter wildcard like I've already said. So on value for coins then, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do really think he's good. He's Ligue 1, so we can get a few nice links to that. He's French, so we get the link to Mbappe and stuff like that. He's generally a very, very meta card, and I highly recommend you if you want to use him for like skills and stuff like that. But that's all for my viewers. Always hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.